Alrighty, Lorena, it has been great briefly chatting with you. We spoke a little bit off camera here about the
Mhm.
role, the duties that it entails. Lorena, I would love for you to kickstart this interview. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your professional experience, and we'll simply go from there.
Okay, all right. So I would say that I started my career back in 2007. I was working for Osceola County Public Library Systems for 11 years. Then I did a complete career change, went back to college, got my bachelor's in business administration. I did some contract work after that. And then I worked for Florida Technical College. I did that for about a year. And then after that was my last role at working for a privately owned funeral company. I did that for a year and a half. I was an office administrator. So pretty much I was the administrative support for the operations manager and six different funeral homes scattered throughout Osceola County.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, that's pretty, that's a neat job. How'd you land that one? I'm just curious.
It's definitely not for everybody, for sure. Um, but I suppose the operations manager, he just liked my background and he also liked that I'm very personable, which you have to be when dealing in that type of industry because you're dealing with people that are very emotional and they're pretty much having like the worst day of their life. So definitely it's not for everybody.
Yeah, and it takes someone very special to do that job. So,
Yeah.
major
Mhm.
props to you in dealing with that for about 2 years or so. You were there as an
Mhm.
office administrator, as you mentioned, and then you worked at the Florida Technical College as a
Yeah.
admissions rep, and then a few
Mhm.
other administrative and customer service based roles, which is an amazing. I mean, you have well over, I would say, over 10 years in customer service. So I would love to know, Lorena, what does customer service mean to you?
Sure. So to me, customer service means um, providing the best service that you can in regards to what the company has to offer. So, in the case of the funeral home, um, they provide families with comfort and support and um, to ease their mind.
That's right. That's right. And it
Yeah.
takes a lot. That's the dark side of the industry that you're in, is having to be there and guide them throughout that process.
Mhm.
But that's exactly what customer service is very much customer client based and making that interaction personable to each person. So that's
Yes.
beautiful in itself. You worked in a few roles as well. I'm sure that you had to tackle prioritizing, organizing. So how are you able to manage your day to day with organizing and prioritizing?
Sure. So every day I would come in and I would make a list of all my tasks and I would prioritize them by how how important they are and how much time they each task would take me.
Amazing, amazing. And what kind of systems have you used? Are you familiar with, whether it's like an Outlook or Google system? Tell me a little bit about those systems.
Um, I'm very familiar with Microsoft applications, Google applications, Apple also. At my last role, we used a lot of Excel.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with all of those products.
Awesome, awesome. That's amazing. And you worked with a few people as well. I can only imagine. What would
Mhm.
your colleagues say about you?
I would say they would probably say that Lorena is very easygoing. She's very patient. She's very sweet. And she's just a good team player.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds amazing. And out of this next role, what are you looking to get out of this next opportunity?
Yes. So I know that it's a contract job.
Mhm.
That's okay with me. I just am looking for, the opportunity to be able to learn more and for the experience.
That's amazing. And when are you able to start a new role if given the opportunity?
I can start as soon as the client wants me to start.
Beautiful. Well, this has been amazing, Lorena. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so that we can
Okay.
continue chatting, though. Don't hang up on me. I want to tell you
Okay.
some few other updates here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Of course.